아메리카노 좋아 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 아메리카노 진해 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 어떻게 하나 시럽 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 빼고 주세요 빼고 주세요 이쁜 여자와 담배 피고 차 마실 때 메뉴판이 복잡해서 먹고를 땐 자격세 내고 돈 없을 때 밥 대신에
Cue me. Hello family, how are you? It's Aves. We are doing Q&A week. No, this is number 4. This is video number 4. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the more I post videos, the more questions that we get, which actually I'm not complaining about because it gives me a chance to talk to you guys with substance instead of ramble and be random, which I still kind of do a little bit, but it's a little more structured when there's questions. So yeah, let's just ride this thing out and see how long it goes. And I'm so excited. So tomorrow is Ask an Asian, and my friend Toya is coming to the station, so I'm super excited. So I'm gonna do a lot of recording tomorrow. So after this, I'm gonna put my camera on the charger. There was something I was gonna say about sex, but I don't remember what it was. Maybe it will come back around. I totally don't remember. And I wanted to show you guys. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see. I don't know. Wait, maybe I should, because I'm short. So I just realized that the camera looks like this, but it's because I'm short. So let me get a little taller here. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see my hair, but this thing is a leather belt. It's actually from, yes, half of my closet is in my bathroom. It's from this dress, which is kind of sheer and see-through, and it's one of my summer pieces, and I just usually leave the belt with my belts. But then today I had like a hair emergency because I got up like ridiculously late. Like I stayed up with my best friend. She was having a crisis back in the States, so I stayed up until like 6 o'clock in the morning. Right, I called her at like 12. We were on the phone until 6, but it was great because we were able to talk and just, you know, vent, and I allowed her to vent, and she was my sounding, or I was her sounding board, and it was really awesome. And then we reminisced a little bit, and then I encouraged her, we encouraged each other in the Word, and talked about God, and then we spent the rest of the night laughing at people. It was the bomb on YouTube. It was great. So anyway, we don't do it on a regular basis, but my eyes were like, bloodshot. So I got up like an hour before I needed to go to work, and I'm still like figuring out my quick routine for my hair. So I was like, I do not have time to wash it or anything like that. And so I saw the belt, and I was like, I wonder, because I used to use shoelaces to tie up my hair in college when I had my big old fro. So I was like, I wonder, can I use this belt, because I don't have any shoelaces around, because I don't own figures, and I didn't own figures then, so I definitely don't have any random ones laying around now. So anyway, it worked out. So I'm like in love with this. I think it's so cute. It's a little bow there, you know, got my curly cues in the back, and my hair's out my face. I don't look too crazy. And actually it's a automatic hump in the front. I'm excited. I'm cool with this emergency do. So I think I put on my Facebook picture, necessity births creativity. And if you guys notice, I'm like a little bit because I am starving. Pego pa like on a trillion, which means I'm hungry. In Korean, I'm starving like on a trillion. And I got so much stuff to do before I can actually go to sleep, to catch up on the sleep that I missed yesterday. So this day ought to be interesting. So this is me calming down. I rarely am calm. Like, the times I'm calm is when I'm tired and when I'm really upset, because my normal personality is like, ah! So then when I'm upset, I'm like assessing everything and figuring out how I'm going to dismember you. Right, very calmly and quickly, and then leave the country. I'm just kidding, seriously. I'm going through all scenarios in my mind, so I turn quiet and calm. So if I ever get quiet, if you ever meet me in person and I get quiet, you might want to back up just a little bit, because it's not a good thing. So anyway, hopefully that will mean that this video is going to be shorter than usual, right? Because I won't be rambling. Okay, so let's jump into our questions. Viewer question number 1, Jazzy115 asks, 2 questions. First question was the funniest misunderstandings that I've had since I've been in Korea. Oh my god, there are so many. Sometimes I post them on Facebook. Sometimes usually they're on Facebook statuses. It's usually involving my kids. Sometimes with older people. Or I'll make videos about them. So, but the one that I can remember that I don't think I posted, it's hard to explain. That's why I haven't posted it anywhere. Okay, so in Korean, they have we have letters that they don't have. So they replace them with the sounds that they do have, which would be P, B, V, R, and L. R and L, there's no difference between the 2 of those, and P and B, there's also no difference between the 2 of those, and V and B can be interchanged. And so it makes it difficult, and we call it Konglish, when they're trying to speak English but they're mixing the sounds and then they're adding things to it. It's difficult to understand. So anyway, in my class there's a rule that my kids have to be unruly. Like, I want them to be like respectful but unruly, because I know they don't get a chance to be kids in any other environment. So in my class I want them to speak loud. I want them to use facial expressions and body language, because English is not just a written language, it's a culture, it's an expressive language. But if you don't know how to express yourself, speaking English is very difficult. For example, this is an example I use in my classes. So if I come to you, like an average Korean, it's raining, do you have an umbrella? Plus your accent, and I don't know you, it might be hard to give you help should they travel outside of Korea. It's difficult because it's like, what do you speak up? What are you saying? You know, but if I say, oh my god, it's raining, do you have an umbrella? I forgot mine. I'm probably going to get helped a lot quicker. So I try and help my kids incorporate emotions and expressions. So anyway, in my class, that's like the rule in every teacher's class. And so my question, we're talking about hobbies, and I was asking, hey, what are your hobbies? And show me what your hobby is. So one of my kids stood up and he was like, teacher, your pace is under attack. And I was like, what? What are you saying? And he's like, your pace is under attack. And I was like, in my mind, I thought he was calling me ugly, because I thought he was saying my pace is under attack. And I was like, that's really rude. So, lo and behold, I found out later that he was saying, teacher, your base is under attack. He loves to play video games. His hobby was playing StarCraft, which is like this really famous video game that they play here. Anyway, that's one of the taglines from the game. Your base is under attack. And so, but base sounded like pace, which also could be face, and it was a huge misunderstanding. So anyway, it was pretty funny. We laughed about it a lot later. And when I tell my kids now about it, they think it's the funniest thing in the world, because they know that they can't hear a difference between face, base, and pace. So that was probably one of my funniest. There's probably more if I think about it longer. Habits I've picked up. Alright. Many. One I can think of is the That's like totally Korean all day. When you first move here, it's like, why is no one opening their mouth and why are you randomly gesturing? But after you stay here a while, you pick it up. And so when I went back to the States, I was talking to people and they were like, are you listening? Do you know what I'm saying? But that is the Korean way of saying that you're listening. Yeah, that's, they're in the conversation with you. And so people were repeating themselves. I'm like, no, I heard you. I was saying, as in keep going, not, what did you say? So I picked that habit up for sure. In fact, like, a typical Korean phone call kind of goes like this. It's like, ring, ring, ring. 여보세요? 네, 네, that, and they hang up. Like, that's their phone call. Like, and it's like, did you even say any words? And did the person on the other end say anything? What is happening right now? So I definitely picked that up. Also using chopsticks. Like, I love using chopsticks. It's convenient, and it's because it's what's around. I've learned how to use them. So I haven't quite learned how to like cut stuff open. I still have to enlist. You know me in words. I'm losing my English the longer I live here. Help. I have to ask for help from, you know, whoever is the Korean around me, or I just grab a knife and cut. But yeah, totally, chopsticks have become second nature, so that's a habit I think I've picked up. And eating randomly. Like, Koreans eat randomly. It'll be like 2 a.m. Hey, let's go for samgyeopsal. What? It's 2 a.m. Something is always open. People are always eating. They just eat randomly. There's no system to it or anything. There's no breakfast food. Like, in the morning, you ask your kids, hey, what did you have today? I had, you know, galbi and kimchi. Like, what? Who eats galbi, fish, and kimchi in the morning for breakfast, and rice? So yeah, random food habits. I've definitely picked that up. Number 2 from Miss Renner Lewis. Would I advise foreigners to live in Korea for more than 5 years? For sure. Like, if you have a plan and there's something that you're doing, you're gonna need 5 years to like carry it out. Like, I personally am gonna be here for longer than 5 years. So far, it's been 3 and probably 2, maybe 3 more, and off to Singapore I go. But again, that first year, you're kind of just getting used to the culture, finding out what you need to know, how you fit into the culture. The second year, you're networking and saving money. Then years 3 and 4, whatever it is that you were trying to do, it's time to open your doors, get out there, get established, get the ball rolling. Year number 5, you should be able to move on to something else. So for sure, if you're looking to do something here, then 5 years is not a problem. If you just want to be a lifer, you could stay 5 years, you won't have much to show for it, or you could stay 5 years and save your money and get out of debt, which is also what I did while I was here. I'm like less than 3 months totally debt free, and I'm super excited about that. I'm a month and a half, yeah, a month and a half away from being debt free, and I'm really excited about that. So it's if you stay for 5 years, take advantage. I mean, this with anything. Take advantage of it. If you're going to be in America for 5 years, set up a plan, decide what it is you want to do, who you need to involve in this plan, what you need to change to carry this plan out, make some clear, concrete steps, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, give yourself some deadlines and make it work. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, a long period of time can be your friend. Time is definitely your friend if you use it correctly. So I hope that answered your question. Number 2, Shay Knight. What was the question in my inbox? Okay, so it was of a sexual matter. I'll just say that. It was of a sexual matter, and I was totally like, okay, if I wasn't going to talk about it on YouTube, Shay, no, poo-poo, I'm not going to, like, tell you. I'm not going to inbox you. Like, let's just say it was of a sexual matter, and I was more offended than anything. So, no, I definitely don't want to repeat that. It's like, really? Who does that? It probably wasn't even a person. It probably was, like, a random troll robot. Like, let me think of the most lewd thing I can ask the most random person to do it. Didn't even pay any attention. So no, I won't repeat the question that I got in my inbox from that really gross person. Okay, next to the Anhedonic Angel. I hope I said that right. The Anhedonic Angel. ANHEDONIC Angel. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna mix these two questions together. So Anhedonic Angel asks Eastern clothing versus Western clothing, and then Scotty Connie, which is the last question, asks, where do I buy my clothes? Okay, so Eastern clothing versus Western clothing. Eastern clothing within Korea, and not so much Japan, because Japan has a little bit more freedom to be creative and wear what they want, but in Korea, it's clean cut and it's cute, but everybody wears it. There's no individuality in it, like, at all. Like, this is what we're wearing. In fact, so people, like, magazines take pictures of celebrities and then put, like, the store where you can get it and how much it costs, like, in the magazine, so that you can go buy that exact outfit. Like, it's crazy. Like, everybody wears the same thing, and because it's a small country, trends pick up like that. So if, for example, last year, micro mini, I can see your underwear while you're walking skirts was the thing, and so every store had them. So it's kind of difficult to find your individuality and rock that. It's kind of hard to do that because they only sell what's popular, and you can only find what's popular. So that's for sure in the East. Also, most things don't say one size fit all, but for the most part, they're all within a couple of inches of each other. Like, all the sizes are small, skinny, because they're not shapely women at all. They're, every now and then you'll see some curves and you're like, oh, you've been drinking milk, girl, you better drink. But other than that, usually it's washboard. So they don't need a whole lot of variation in size. So I find that because they don't have variation in size, they don't have variation in style either. Like, the same outfit on each girl will look the exact same because they're all shaped the same. Whereas in the States, that same outfit on a more curvy person has a totally different view or look than, you know, that outfit on a smaller person, or even taller, shorter. Doesn't even have to be like round and curvy, but taller, shorter. So I find that the variation in clothes are kind of it's a little bland. I love the shoe collection. It's awesome. The accessories are the bomb.com in the East. Like, I will tell you that I do love that. then I guess that's where they get their individuality, although I don't really see people playing around with the accessories. Like right now, this is something I bought off the street, and it came in a set. It's like a long, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but anyway, it was like a blue and this one, so I bought this. Katie sent me this ring. Hi, boo! Best answer since ever. These are 2 separate bracelets that I bought together, and then of course Ilpa gave me this. What earrings I bought these from the States. So you can put together an ensemble, make it look however you want based on your accessories. So I love Korea for that, and they're like cheap. They're on the corner, $1. Like I love that. Shoes, accessories, and purses. The business. If you're a foreigner, it is the business out here. Personality glasses, things like that. TheBomb.com. But like I said, in the West, you get variation. Variation is the thing. And my brain starts to slow down. Sorry guys for the slow speech. My brain is like, I need to eat. So Scotty wanted to know, where do I buy clothes? Now, because they don't have variation in size, because I have boobs and I've got hips, I don't really have a booty. I mean, I have a tush. Actually, I used to date a guy, and that he would call me tush because I have a tush instead of a booty. And it was so crazy because we actually ended up being engaged, and his family got to know me, and so then they would call me Auntie Tush. It was kind of cute. So anyway, but because I have boobs and hips, it's like, you know, what can I wear? And I don't want to wear a muumuu. I hate when I see plus size people in a muumuu, because you can be fly and not a size 0. I hate when I see muumuus on the street. It bothers me. And that's like what Korea does. It's like they punish you. If you're a plus size woman, you will wear these oversized clothes, this oversized shirt, put some flat shoes on, maybe a pump, and it better not be too sexy, and these leggings, and this is what you're going to wear because you're big, and we are punishing you until you become skinny. Then you can rock everything else. That's like how it is here. I've seen a very few, I can count on my hand the number of fly plus size women that was like, yes, you better work that outfit. I haven't seen very many of those. Korean women, I'm saying. So I get my clothes. I am still rocking my clothes from the States. Most of the things that I wear, I've had for years, but I was even like that in the States. Like, I don't really go through clothes. My shopping goes, again, to shoes, purses, and accessories that switches up the clothes that I have. So, when it's time to buy something, like now I can shop at, E-Mart, but I get the basic things. Like, I buy my jeans from the men's section, and the stretchy jeans look awesome on me. So I buy my jeans from the men's section. Tops, I really can't do anything with it. Now, they do have free size for some tops, and I can get away with it. It's still kind of snug, but I can get away with it. So really, for me, shopping is an everyday thing, because if I go out, I'm always on the prowl. Like, okay, oh, I can maybe wear that. I don't have a luxury of saying, oh, I'm going shopping on Saturday, because what was available to me that day, there's probably only one, because it can fit, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. I don't know if this is making sense. It's making sense in my head. I don't know if it's making sense out loud. But I have to pick up stuff when I can, when I have access to it, because if I go back on Saturday, that might not be available. So if I see something that looks like it can fit, I snatch it. And then too, on top of that, I'm kind of hard to shop for because I like vintage things. I like classy things, but I don't want it to look like I'm going to church all the time, but I definitely want to feel like a lady when I'm out. And a lot of stuff here is all about like pizzazz and jazzy and all the time, and like it's over the top. Like where's the middle? So anyway, I buy my clothes off the street. To answer your question, off the street, I always have luck off the street finding like cardigans or whatever random pieces off the street. And in the subways, they have these underground shops, and it's like a mall underground, but it's like all independent vendors. That's where I have success. I can't, like, going to the mall and the department stores, it's a whole lot of money for stuff that doesn't fit. So it's unfortunate. So I just keep an eye out. There's maybe 1 or 2 stores, and I frequent the stores that I know that fit, like Zara on it. There's a place in Busan in the mall in Shinsegae, which is the world's largest mall, by the way. There's a shop in there that like does me so right, and I love their clothes. I don't know who their buyer is, but I love their clothes. So that's where I get my clothes. And something that I may need in American size, like underwear, because it's hard to find underwear that fit because of the pelvis bone is smaller, and then like I said, there's no curves whatsoever, so it's very, very difficult to find underwear. So I get those from Base. I call my friend and say, hey, can you pick me up some underwear, please? Size 6. Yeah, I need size. Yeah. Okay, girl. Thank you, girl. So I call in a favor and I get things. And then from time to time, my mom sees stuff like at Target because she loves me and she sends me things like, oh, I saw this and it made me think of my baby, so I had to send it to you. She sent me some pants. Actually, the pants I was wearing in the last video, my mommy sent me those. I love her. So that's all the questions for today. I'm gonna go eat something before I pass out on this floor because although I know y'all love me, you guys can't help me because I'm miles away. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna eat and I am gonna post. Oh my god, I need to intro this video before I put it up. My kids are crazy, but I love them. I love them for being crazy and being out of the box, and I hope they never lose their creativity. Man, I have some awesome kids this year. We were playing musical chairs, which musical chairs, Duck Duck Goose, stuff like that, for you guys who are coming as teachers or if you're already here as a teacher, play the old school stuff. They don't know it. They're like, oh my god, what is this game? We're running in circles and shouting goose. Like, they love it. And so, break out your old school stuff. So, I was teaching my kids, well, I taught them earlier this month how to play musical chairs, right? So today, as a treat, we played musical chairs because they did so well. And we were playing musical chairs, and two of my boys, it was like down to them. They jumped on the chairs, literally. Jumped on the chairs and were like pumping the air. It is the funniest thing I have ever seen. And you cannot tell them they aren't dancing. Like, you can't tell them they're not. I'm going to post that later tonight. It is super funny. Dude, my kids are awesome. Awesome. They're awesome kids. So I'm gonna post that. This is the same kid, if you follow me on Facebook, this is the same kid that gave me the dissertation about Michael Jackson and was disappointed that I didn't know. Do you remember the time? Sir, excuse me, with your 2-year-old self, we were talking about the word remember, not remember the time. It was hilarious. He read me my business like, teacher, you don't know Michael Jackson, teacher? And I was like, you right, kid, you right. So anyway, and it was really funny because he didn't even, the first time he didn't know. And I was looking at him because we were playing and the music was playing. He was in the corner, right? And he was kind of like 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And I was like, is he dancing? And he's like the nerdiest kid ever. And I was like, what is happening right now? What are you doing? Then he just busted out. So I was lucky enough to catch it on camera with my camera phone. So I'll be sharing that video with you guys. Have a laugh on me. And that's it. So next time will be the next batch of questions. I've got maybe 1, 2, so maybe three more vids and I should be done, but people keep asking, so maybe it'll be more than 3. So anyway, I hope you're having a fabulous day. I hope you have a great weekend. I'm so excited about the interviews on tomorrow with Toya and Grim, and I hope Grim brings a dog. He's such a beautiful dog. So anyway, yeah, I hope all is well as always, and mwah, you've been watching NKJ TV, and I'll holla at you next time. Bye.